Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Studio Live today and your music live. No, that's not what it is. It's Songtember Live. I can't even read my own thing. I'm so used to doing the other thing. What a great start. Hi, my name is Pete. Welcome to the Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. We do that through tips, tricks, tutorials, and live videos that often have the wrong title, just like this one. This is the wrap for Songtember. This is our last Songtember show for 2020. We will be back, of course, doing the same thing in 2021, but we are putting a cork in Songtember. What we're covering in this video, we're going to wrap up. I've got some thank yous and some apologies for some folks who have missed their song in the recent live show. We'll be patching that up when we can. I'll tell you how to get a copy of your song bought by me, because that's another part of Songtember, is I promise to buy everyone's song on iTunes. If it's released on iTunes, I'm going to buy it. And I'll tell you how you can download the project for the song that you were just hearing. And as I was playing it, I realized that I've made some tweaks to this version. And this is actually the version that I that I have just zipped up. And I've got some weird delay effects on here, I think. Let me just see. Is this the right one? Oh, I've got to turn the volume up. Yeah, that's really weird. So I'm going to have to go back and maybe re-upload a different version, because I've clearly got some really redonkulous. Yeah. Maybe it's done the thing at the place. It seems to have reset these back to 50% feedback, 50% dry wet. I'm hoping that hasn't happened with all the other tracks in here. We'll have some work to do. Anyway, if you want to download the copy right now, warts and all, because it seems like it's got some problems here at the moment, you can do so. And that is over at studiolivetoday.com/newbeginning. It is down in the description. In fact, let me just add a quick caption here, because that way I'll be able to put it on the screen. studiolivetoday.com/newbeginning. So yeah, if you want to get the weird version that may have some interesting effects in there, that's where you can go. studiolivetoday.com/newbeginning. What else are we doing here? Yeah, we'll have some Q&A at the end, so you can share your experience, some Q&A and a bit of chatter. Share your experience in Songtember. What have you learned? What is it you're going to change about your creating after your Songtember experience? So if you have those comments, throw them in the chat. This one's going to be a bit more casual sort of show, as you can probably tell by the fact that I messed up the name of this show, and then I have clearly messed up this project that I'm sharing with you folks. But it's all in there, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's dive in. Who have we got here live? There's a few folks that are hanging out here, chatting. We've got Jade Star, we've got Metallion, we've got Soul Rack here, Russ is here, Tom Rochelle, Max Powers. Great name, Max. Where was I up to? I got distracted by Max Powers. Hello to Joe. Hello to Eric Washburn. We got BT48S. Hello to you. MS7 Art. Hello from Switzerland. Maybe our only Swiss person around the place here at the moment. We've got Andy Goldsby. We've got Jason Kent, who's there. Hello. There you go. So Jade says, I had to remove those 3 free apps from my project as they kept resetting every time I opened the project. Well, that's weird, because it didn't do that for me before, and I haven't updated to iOS 14, not that I'm aware of. I didn't accidentally update, did I? But yeah, they weren't resetting, but it looks like they have there now. So you may need to play around with it. That's okay. The whole point is that you can dive in there and remix it, because what we did last Songtember, sorry, I'm just checking if I actually did upgrade to iOS 14. I'm sure I didn't. Not on this iPad anyway. It's checking for update. What am I on? Oh, so it's got... it wants to update me to iOS 14.0.1, but I'm pretty sure I'm still on 13.7. It's downloading it now. Great. Thanks, Apple. What was I saying? Yeah, so what we did last Songtember is I did my song Hold On, and a few folks did some remixes of it. I know Patrick over at the GarageBand Guy did, Jade, Sion, there are a bunch of folks who did. I'm forgetting half of the people that did, but it was really fun to listen to your take on my songs. So yeah, feel free to do a reggae version, to mix it up into an EDM track. I don't care. It's yours now to play with. So warts and all, you can go and download it, and it's actually a bit fun because all of my other takes are in here. And if you know anything about non-destructive editing, you'll know that there's probably some gems in there. You're probably going to hear me breathing or swearing or doing something weird before and after these takes, because they're the original takes. Everything's in there. I've just chopped them up for the comp track there. So, yeah, go your hardest. Play around with it. Enjoy. And yeah, once again, you can grab that over at studiolivetoday.com/new beginning. It is a Dropbox link, and I do have videos about how to download from Dropbox. Maybe if we get some time later in the show, I'll do a quick demo for those who may struggle with that, or I might release a separate video, perhaps just showing you how to download from a Dropbox. It's a zip file. You just download the zip file, you extract it, and then you start playing around with it. And hopefully you can have some fun seeing behind the scenes and mixing and matching. I'm waiting for a chipmunk version where someone pitches my tone up like two octaves. Who else we got here? Hello to Jason Kent. Yo to you, my friend. Tim Thompson is here. They're working great for me. Yeah, and they were working great for me right up till I just press play right now. So go figure it. Not sure. Yeah, you need to save presets just in case. Yeah, I should definitely have done that. Hindsight is 2020. Oh dear. But yeah, so they worked there. Not yet, but as Tom Rochelle says here, nothing that can't be fixed. 100%. Righty, we've got folks from the UK, we've got folks from Switzerland, we've got our Australian friends, our US friends, our Canadian friends. Everyone is here. MM says, hi Pete, Songtember was really fun. Glad I could participate. Yeah. So thank you to everyone who did participate, because that's kind of what I wanted to say up front is thank you, because Songtember doesn't work unless people actually participate. Otherwise, it's just me doing a song, and that's fine too. But it's been really cool because the amount of people this year that have produced songs, that have shared songs, it's actually made it a real problem for me to keep up with everything, which is a good problem to have. So it leads me to sort of part two, which is my apologies, is that I did miss out. There's about 5 or 6 people I missed out from the live show playing your Songtember songs. Either you emailed me and I got lost in the system, or you hashtagged it, but I didn't have it in my email. Whatever it is, if I missed you, I'm doing another Your Music Live this weekend, so feel free to pop your email to me. Just do a YML in the subject. Let me know it's your Songtember song. Give me a few lines about it, and we will fix things. We will mop up with anyone's songs that we have missed throughout the month, because I do want to actually make sure everything is covered. So yes, apologies to those who missed. Now, I am going to start buying tunes on iTunes. So I've already started this. So from one, I can't remember who it was now, but someone emailed me and said, Pete, you forgot my tune. And I said, I'm very sorry. Quick, give me a link. I'm going to buy it immediately. So yes, if anyone has any, if you're here right in here in the chat, actually, and you've got your song on iTunes, yeah, let me know. Let me know the name and the title, and we'll see if we can do some live buying. I'm trying to remember. So this is how long it's been since I've actually started buying stuff. Where do you even buy it on your iPad? Let's jump on over here, because if I go to my music, can you do you search in do you search in music to buy music? It sounds stupid, but let's just do a quick test run here with my tune. I know you can't see this, but I'll put it on the screen in a moment. Yep, there it is. So let's see if this works. We'll pop this up over here. I know not many people use iTunes these days, but I still use the iTunes a bit with my music collection. So here's my song, New Beginning. It's going to pop up a thing there. Is that going to pop up my... yeah, it's asking me to go and do Apple Music and to subscribe. So, okay, so it's not in here. Because this is Apple Music. Is it just in iTunes? So you have to literally go to the iTunes store still. That seems a bit redundant, that I have to leave my music, go to iTunes store, search for music, and then come back again. Let's do this now. We're going to search your beginning. It is a new beginning. So we go songs, new beginning songs. Yeah, don't make it easy, do they? Because I'm trying to find my own song here, and I can't even find mine, let alone other people's songs. I'm going to have to there must be too many songs called New Beginning. Let's go New Beginning, Pete Johns, and see if we find it. No, we don't want... It really wants you to buy other things, not songs. It must go... No one's actually buying songs anymore. There I am. So there we go. So this is how I will do things. I will hit the button there. I'm just going to turn that off for a second in case it pops up some sort of password thing. It should just look at my mug if it's smart enough. Yep, confirm with the button. Oh, you have to double click the button to pay. Did that work? I don't think it works. Hang on. No, I didn't double click it fast enough, so it just drops back out. This is a really poor buying experience. Anyone else buy on iTunes lately? I didn't think it was this difficult. All right, I just have to pop away again while I click it. I'm just going to click that $1.69. It's going to pop up. Tap, tap. Face ID. Done. All right. It seems to have worked that time. So I just had to oh, yay, it's purchased. And now it should be downloading. There it is. It is downloaded. Oh, that was an ordeal. It shouldn't have to be that hard, Apple. All right, so now that's downloaded. Let's just make sure that that plays. How do I stop it? Oh, you press... Stop playing! Oh, I'm just going to turn the volume down. Wowzers. I haven't done this in a really long time. I don't even know where it's playing. Why do I not have control over the playback? It just played, but now it's continuing to play. And I got no control over actually playing it. People are probably laughing at me now going, it's really easy to do, Pete. I don't know what your problem is there, buddy. But I honestly don't see where my play is. Do I have to like do the thing where you go up to here? Yeah, look, you do. You have to go to your player up here and stop playing it there. Oh, iTunes for the win. Anyway, if you... I did all that and said all that to say that I will be buying all of your songs here in iTunes if I can figure out how to do it. So the way that I would like you to do that, if you can, just email me and I think buy my song. Let's just make it direct and to the point. Say, buy my song and give me the iTunes link, and then I'll jump straight in. Or the Song Whip link if that's easier for you. Whatever's easy, but something that I can go straight to iTunes and buy your song. So if anyone wants to give me some practice and has their song ready to go, let me know, and then we'll get there. Good day to Bubba, who has snuck his way in there. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Gary Hubbs says you might have got a remix. Absolutely, that would be cool. Gary Hubbs is going to have to, looks like he's going to have to cover Ice Ice Baby. If you caught the show on the weekend, we put a poll out there because I covered Chop Suey by System of a Down, and then we said, what is Gary going to cover? People suggested Macarena or Barbie Girl or Ice Ice Baby, and Ice Ice Baby seems to be the front runner. Yes, hello to the German friends out there as well. I know there's at least a couple of folks who watch here from Germany. Hello, Happy Ron is in the house. I hope you are doing well. I caught you live the other day, Ron. Always great live shows that you do on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. Hello, Michael. Salut. I won't do my French stuff today. It's usually very offensive. G'day to MS7 Art. First time in the live chat, discovered you and your great work tutorials just a few days ago. Well, welcome. Great to have you on board. Thank you for being here and welcome to the community. Got some big community news. I'll tease that and we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's see. Apple Music auto plays every time I start my car. It's so annoying. I'm glad it's not only me that has that problem. Do you ever do that where sometimes you plug in a headset and then it, like for some reason, it auto presses the play button and it just starts playing some random album that you didn't even know you had on your phone from like years ago, and you're like, where is it? And it's not even an app. You literally have to go again. You have to go to that corner there, and you have to play. You have to pause it there. It's just it's craziness. Anyway. People are like, you're such an Apple fanboy, and I'm like, you haven't seen many of my shows, have you? I like Apple. I think their products are the best mobile products for creating, but there's a lot of things they do that I'm super not happy about. Whenever someone says Apple should pay you for what you do, I'm like, no, they don't want to pay me. Trust me, they don't want to condone some of the things that I have to say. Medallion says my little song has been released on all platforms. The process is so easy. The release process, seriously, it's easier to release a song using DistroKid to iTunes than it is to download someone's song on iTunes. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll find your song, Metallion, in a moment because I do need to make sure I add that to your list. What's the so actually I know your artist name. Let's see if I can find you. Let's see if I can do this easily. Oh, why aren't you deleting? Delete. So now my keyboard's malfunctioning. You'd think someone who has their own this is craziness, would actually be able to do a better job than this. No, my keyboard is literally, it's got a problem here where unless it's in the right position, it doesn't pick up the USB thing. Yes, Jade, I think I finally need to buy the Magic Keyboard. I think it is time because this one don't be working so well. So let's see if we can search out Metallion's track here. There we go. That is the track. It is called Plus Fort. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Almost definitely not. So let's see if this is going to be an easier download experience, shall we? So we'll click the track there. We will click on the $1.69. I have to hide it for just a moment while I click the button, because it brings up, I realize the email address I use for my iTunes is a different email address, and I don't really care, but the email address, the pete@studiolivetoday.com email address, is the one that I would like folks to email me on. The other ones for various other purposes. None of them nefarious, of course, but other purposes. So that's going to download. There we go. We've purchased that. It's downloaded. It's in my library. Let's just give it a quick play. Don't want to breach don't want any copyright claims from you, Metallion, but let's just hit the play button. Beautiful, that wonderful piano sound of Mark's tune there. So that's in the collection. It is done. We'll buy some more throughout the show as well. Yes, I can't remember the last time I bought a song on iTunes. Yeah, I only do it for these sort of purposes. And if there was a better one, then yeah. If there was a better way to get your music and actually buy music, I would. But maybe Amazon. Maybe I need to explore Amazon or Google Play or something else. Alex Backus, the 13.7 buying experience, right? Maybe it's better in 14. Maybe it's a lot better. What about other platforms? Mine's on Bandcamp. Yeah, I'll buy your song on Bandcamp. Absolutely. Yeah, so just say, buy my song and send me the Bandcamp link, and I'll flick you the equivalent of a US Yankee buck for one of your tracks, just to make sure that everyone's getting a bit of it. Yeah, that's absolutely. Let's kick it with the Ice Ice Baby, Gary Hubbs. Absolutely. Righty dokey. Russ says, I'm fairly new to this channel. I can confirm it's really great and friendly. Awesome. I'm very glad to hear it. Thank you for being here. Is today only for new songs? Yeah, so Ron, we're just doing the wrap-up for Songtember today. Even though at the start of the show I called it Your Music Live, it's not. It is just it's just for us to wrap up all of Songtember stuff, and then we'll be good to go. Hello, Danny Broderick has jumped on in. Good to have you here and on board. Hello to Mr. Aztec Gamer. You've been helping me with GarageBand for a while now. Thanks for your videos. I even release music on all streaming platforms. Excellent. Well, yeah, if you did release a song in Songtember, please email me. Say, buy my song. Email pete@studiolivetoday.com. Buy my song. MM says, Pete, did you say you were going into how to put your music on music platforms to sell? Yes, so I did. Now, down in the description of this video, there is a playlist, and the third or fourth video ago, I actually showed how to use DistroKid. So I use DistroKid, $19.99 per year, unlimited songs that you can release, and you can get them out to Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon, Deezer, Napster. I think there's a new version of that now. All the places, and you can sell and stream your music very affordably. So if you do want to do that, you can go ahead and do that. And there is a discount code down in the description. You get 7% off if you use the link there. So you pay what, $18.40 for your first year of DistroKid? Something like that. Langston Reese is in the house. Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. My song is the one by Tristan Ventura on Apple Music. Tristan Ventura. Let's see if my keyboard's going to work well enough for me to search for that one out. We'll get some of these done now, and that's just less work for me to do later. Hey, Tristan Ventura. And this is my challenge, is that sometimes people release under a completely different name to what they actually are. So this one looks like the one single. So that one's from March 2020. If you do have a Songtember song, then do let me know, and we will look that one up. And yeah, I'll give it a buy, and we'll have a spin. Right, we'll continue down. SM Borthwick just sent the Song Whip link via email. Excellent. And yeah, Jade's put a link down there. There is the 7% off distrokid.com/VIP/PeteJohns. That will do it. I never sold songs, I only released it for free. Yeah, and look, you don't have to sell your music. I actually got a funny question on Home Studio Q&A this week from someone that said, I want to use DistroKid, but I don't want to give them my tax information because I don't want to make money. I just want to let people stream my music, and I don't care about the royalties. And I'm like, yeah, okay, more power to you. Like, there's no prerequisite to have to do that. But yeah, it's to me, the reason I released through a distributor, and I mean, Jay did a show on Bandcamp recently. There's other independent ways that you can get your music out there. I use DistroKid just because it's easier. Rather than have to give someone a link, rather than have to go to the effort of saying, oh, you need to go here and do this and do that, and then you can only listen to it on this platform, I just say, go to your Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, wherever you are, search Pete Johns, you'll find my music. There you go. Ron, buy my song. Sent you a link to a song on email. Excellent. I'll grab some of those email links as we go through. How often do I do these live streams? So at the moment, I've been doing a few extra ones because of Songtember. I'm usually live over the weekends with my four main live shows. So I'm live on what is Friday afternoon. I do Your Music Live, which is sort of a live music playing show for now anyway. Having a few challenges with some copyright claims and things. So yeah, we'll see how much longevity Your Music Live actually has. I then do Home Studio Q&A, which is Sunday morning for me, Saturday afternoon for folks. I do a happy hour live music performance show, and then we do GarageBand Weekly, which is Monday morning for me, Sunday afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world. And yeah, you can follow all that if you join the mailing list. studiolivetoday.com/email. That's the way to keep up with those. Every week you get a newsletter on usually Thursday or Friday, and that has the weekend's live stream links, and then you can set reminders and jump on in to all of the shows. So Jade has finished her EP. By the way, congratulations. While we're saying thank yous and congratulations to everyone, Jade has finished her EP, has put it onto DistroKid. Yeah, let's see if you have the magic touch. I don't know what I did. I don't know who I said what nice things to at DistroKid at what stage, but for some reason my releases come out super fast. I feel slightly guilty about it, but yeah, they come out fast. I don't know what I can do. Abby Ron, I bought a Studio Live shirt. I never felt so cool as when I wear it. Thank you very much, my friend. This is turning into one giant ad, so I'll get back to the music stuff in a moment. But yes, if you want your own Studio Live Today shirt or mug, then you can go ahead and do that. studiolivetoday.com/merch, and I have them all at reasonable prices over there. I try to keep the prices down because yeah, I know what it's like when you're trying to make music. We all got lots of bills to pay, don't we? You got to buy that gear. You got to pay for those distribution fees. So yeah, hopefully that's it. VIP status, well, possibly, yeah, and I do think that is the case because I've worked with DistroKid in the past. It may genuinely be the case, which again I feel bad about. I don't want any special treatment at all. There it is. I like this. Maybe can I get a picture of you, Ron, like doing this, and it's just like it even makes Happy Ron look cool. That would be a nice one. Righty dokie. Now, where's my list? Because we're getting way off track. I will buy some more songs. In fact, let's just do another quick song buy here, shall we? Because it's a bit fun watching Pete scramble to try and work out how to actually use technology. We'll come on over and we'll grab a link here. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong email address. I need to go to the other one. Let's have a look here, and we'll see if we got some buy my songs coming on in. It's not come in quite yet. I do know. We'll search it out because I do know the name of your song. Because there's only one SM Borthwick. Are you SM Borthwick because there were other Scott Borthwicks? I wouldn't be surprised. It's definitely a good idea to have. You're like the Michael J. Fox of the recording world. SM Borthwick. Yep, you can see I've searched you out before. Borthwisk. There's no one called Borthwisk. So there you go. If you ever wanted to change your name to Borthwisk, you know you're good to go. Let's go. SM Borthwick. Here we go. Now, I need to find the right one because you've released a bunch and I can't remember the name of the song that you did for Songtember. I should be able to go see Oh Yeah, and it should put it in some sort of a semblance of order. No. Is this the one that you just did? No, that's September last year. Why haven't I bought that? I'm buying that anyway. I'll buy that one. Oh, it's brought up the thing. I'll just remove that for a sec. Boom. purchased. That might have been your Songtember song last year that I just never got around to buying. I don't know. Either way, I've just bought it. I've definitely streamed it before because, as you can see, I've searched for you before there. But what's your name? What's the name of this year's song, Scott? And I'll try to find it. Maybe it's the latest one here. So Scott says no. It's because I published a novel under the name Scott M. Borthwick and wanted to keep them separate. Well, that's super cool. I like that. No, this single I found is from February 2020. So let me know the name of the song. We'll jump on back and grab that one in a moment from iTunes. We'll go for it. Righty, let's check out what else did I have on my list of things to do. So if you haven't finished your song and you've released it, do email me with the subject. If you're just joining us, email me, say buy my song in the subject, and give me a link to iTunes, and I'll stumble my way through and buy your tune. And if anyone else has any questions or their experience, what did you find? What was the biggest thing? What was the biggest surprise for those who participated in Songtember? What was your biggest learning or your biggest surprise, or the thing that was unexpected that happened in the month of September from doing Songtember? I've already heard from a few folks about this, and for many, so I think it was Gary Hubb said he was surprised at how much he could get done in a short period of time, and how his workflow just escalated and increased in pace with that deadline in place. And I think that's super important, because I talk a lot about what I call positive time pressure, and positive time pressure is what I refer to as having because stress and pressure and these sort of things can be very negative, obviously, but they can also be very positive. They can motivate you and they can make you do things, because there's, I forget the name of the principle, but there's a principle that says the work will expand to fit the time that you do it. So if you have to do a thing in a day, you'll do something in a day. If you've got a week to do it, you'll do it in a week. If you've got a month, 3 months, 3 years, you're going to fill up that time. So having 1 month to get it done and knowing that you've got that timeline actually really helps. And even for the folks that are now emailing me saying, I didn't quite make it, but here you go, it's on the 7th of September, here's my song. I'm like, cool. Like, yeah, you can aim for here and then hit here. Like we had a cleanup day yesterday. It was a public holiday here in Australia, so we had a cleanup day. I don't know if you've ever done these, spring cleaning, right? So we had a list of about 10 things that we started at the start of the day and went for it. And when I say we, my wife did most of the work. But we started these things. We knocked off 7 of those things. And at the end of the day, my wife's like, oh, we didn't do this, this, and this. I'm like, yeah, but the 7 things we did, if we aimed for 5, we probably would have done 3. So if you aim high, set yourself these goals, even if you don't quite get there, what you do accomplish, even if it's 70 or 80%, that's pretty darn good. Thank you, Bubba. Here's a tenner to underwrite a couple of Songtember talents. Spend wisely. I'll spend wisely. I'm just going to buy everything. As I say, I'll spend wisely. And then I just bought another random song from Scott from last year. But there we go. Strawberry Jam is the single that we want to go with. Here it is. I should have just clicked the next one. There you go. 29th of September, 2020. So I'll just need to put my thing off here so I can click the button. I don't know why I care now. I think everyone saw the email address before. If you email me on that, I just probably won't respond. That's the only thing. Righty dokey. Done. Purchased. There it is. It is done. We'll give it a quick play once again. Once it's done, there you go. We'll play it in this weird player that sits behind iTunes. There's a mellow tone in beautiful stereo. Wonderful. I'll enjoy listening to that later today when I jump in and do that. Alrighty. Ron says, oops, my song's a bit old. That's all right. I'll buy one of your songs, Ron. I think I already have a couple of Happy Ron songs in my collection. I'll have to check that one out. Many thanks for buying last year's song. I'm doing really well today. Yeah, so I should have bought it. I don't know why I didn't buy it last year. Obviously slipped through the cracks. Which sort of leads me to another point that something I wanted to talk to here is that it is getting harder to manage this. If anyone has any suggestions, you don't really need to suggest them now because we're 11 months away from it. But for next year, I'm going to need a better way. I think we need some sort of centralized system or forum or one place, because it's a nice concept having that, you just use hashtag Songtember. I was jumping around between Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and my email, and just trying to keep track of everyone's songs and who'd been producing and releasing was super challenging. So for next year, given that we now have more people around, I'm going to have to find a better way to do this. So we'll work on that. Happy Ron says, now that I have my shirt, I'm giving up original music and just going to sing Pete John's covers. Well, there you go. You can download the project, the GarageBand project, and you can use that as your backing track. I'd love to hear a Happy Ron vocalized version of New Beginning. That would be very cool, especially the bit at the end. Anyone else want to hear Happy Ron do the fast bit at the end? Absolutely. But yeah, if you are just joining the stream, that is where you can download the complete GarageBand project, including the wrong settings on the reverb. So just so that you're pre-warned, as we had a look at before, for whatever reason, and it definitely wasn't doing it before. You saw me doing it week after week, and it was working fine. But for whatever reason, the delay plugin, these free delay plugin, which I really love, and I'm really sad that this is happening now, is resetting, which makes me think it's not actually. It's going back to 50%, and quarter note there, which makes me think maybe it's not even an iOS 14 issue that's causing that. Maybe this is just these plugins, but I don't know. Or they've changed something. They updated them to try and make them iOS 14 compatible, and it didn't work. I don't know. But yeah, all I know is that as I was going through September, they were working fine. Every time I'd close and reopen, they were absolutely fine. And then now they're not. So but that's okay. You can come in here and play around with the track, download it. I'll show that in just a moment. We'll finish doing a few things here, and then I'll show you that again. Let's go back to our iTunes, shall we? Because it's so much fun, and I'm so good at iTunes. Who else has got a song? Shall I go? Let's get. I know Andy Goldsby. Did you get yours out there? Andy says, for me, Songtember was quite a big step up, not recording with Stu, and the first vocals I've recorded too. You did a bloody brilliant job. Really, really good. I like it. Erica, hello to you. Things got pretty real for me with mixing vocals in the end. Yeah, I think did I see a post from you asking about some EQing and vocal mixing advice? It is one of the more challenging things to do. So yeah, I hear you on that one. Russ says, I left it to the last week. I wasn't going to bother, but I thought, why the hell not? Absolutely. Why not? Just go for it. Just do it. Tom Rochelle's experience is certainly quick and easy. The song came together in less than 2 days and was one of the best tracks of my new album. It rarely works that way, but you know it's a good one when it does. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Jade, is your EP already out? No, surely not. Surely not. All right, let's find out. Let's see if I can search it out. 12 hours, you reckon? I didn't even have a word to them because there's no one to talk to. Yeah, that's so cool. So let's see if we've got Jade Star. Let's search the Jade Star Dread Circus. There's the albums. I don't see Metheist, isn't it? Let's see if I can go in and go through, or was it released under Jade Star Dread Circus? It may be on Apple Music. Maybe it's not quite made it to iTunes purchasing, which is weird because they should be connected. You would think. But no, we don't seem to have it. Not that I can see anywhere at the moment. Unless, of course, you have released it under a different name. Let me know, and I'll have a look there. Next chance is next year in September, I guess. Yeah. So, I mean, look, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from continuing to create music and to release music in the rest of the year. It's just nice to do the Songtember thing because we all sort of get together and do it. But yeah, I've got plenty of time and plenty of other videos and things coming out. So I'll be recording more songs, and yeah, just pick yourself a month. Do October, do November, whatever it is, or just start small. Do a week, like do an 8-bar. Actually, that's a good idea. We haven't done an 8-bar challenge for a while. That was a lot of fun. We did that a couple of years ago, so maybe we'll do that again, which is a really quick fire version. Basically, we have a week, and everyone gets a week to create an 8-bar song, and then we just sort of share them and see what people produce. Battalion says Songtember was great, challenging to me as I switched song 3 or 4 times along the way, but the hard part to me was to let it go and release it. That is the hard part, to know when you're done. Like, when are you done? When is it finished? And to know when to release it, that is a tough thing to do. I hear you. Peter Jacobs says, I wish I was able to complete my track in time to be involved. It was cool to see a bit of the progress and final products for others, though. And again, like, just keep going. Like, there's no sort of failure, no wins and losses here. It's just continue going until you get your track done, and then get it on out there. Benedict Stewart says, I enjoyed Songtober this year very much. Songtober, just changed the name, and was really happy to get my album out. Enjoyed having the pressure to finish it. Excellent. So it's under Metheist. All right, I'm going to check that out in a minute. I'll check that one out. And Andy Goldsby says, long story on the release, my Songtember has made it onto the Sunsets album. There you go. So is that what? So it hasn't been released yet. It's coming out with the Indigo Sunsets album. That is exciting. I'm looking forward to that album. I think that's coming soon. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll have another look for Metheist. Search Metheist World Divided. All right, let's do that. We'll come over here. Me. Oh. This keyboard, I'm seriously going to need to upgrade this because it's meth. Oh dear, I'm getting on some lists there. Just randomly typing meth a bunch of times into a search box. That's not how it works, Pete. Did that work? Oh, I don't know. Come on, man. No. Did I spell it the wrong way around? I did. See, Jade, you and your made up words. He says, as I released an album called Selfish Aware with brackets and all. I'm doing something super wrong here, aren't I? Let's go. Our songs. There it is. There it is. Well divided. Well divided single. All right. So it's got. Oh, why is it? I think, am I in the right place? I don't know. Do I go in through albums? That's better. So is this it? Is this what I buy? Too bad. We've got parental advisory. Ooh, gonna have some swear words. Oh, that's so naughty. All right, I'm gonna hit the button on this one. I'll have to turn you off. Turn you off. And of course, because Jay went the whole hog and released an EP, we'll buy the EP, Face ID goes bing, and then I can bring you on back. And now it's going to download to somewhere, and then we can play it in the mystery player. We'll just play. Let's hear a little bit of No More Lies, shall we? No? Nice. I like the spot. I don't know if you picked the spot where you wanted it to play the preview, but that was a good spot. There you go. We got some Jade Star in my collection, which is a good thing. Let's continue on. SM Borthwick says, my biggest lesson, go where the song takes you. The tune was easy. The lyrics took a while because I was going for something lighthearted. It ended up very different, but better. Yeah, I agree with that because I did the same thing. If you check out the videos, there's a whole playlist of Songtember videos down below. If you check that one out, oh, something's playing in the background somewhere. Oh, it's that person. For some reason, I've been playing around with an Amazon Echo Dot. Alexa, shut up. And for some reason, Alexa just started playing Nirvana. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but it did. Where was I? Yeah, so at the start of Songtember, I wanted to do like a fun, upbeat, up vibe, happy, inspiring kind of song. And then it just got heavier and heavier because the riff just led to a drop D tuning, which led to a heavier riff. So eventually I'm like, it's a hard rock song. It wants to be a hard rock song. I could try and lighten it up, but I'd be pushing stuff uphill. So I'm just going to let it be a hard rock song. So that's what I did. Alex Backus says, I'm glad that I did my first release and I received so much supportive feedback from this community. This community is great. It is indeed. I'm super biased because I love this community. And by the way, we have some big news. If you are not a member of the Create, Record, Release Facebook group, you should definitely get on board. The reason being is that we've got 500 members there now. I know, woo woo, what's that? Meow, 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 meow. Need to do the reggae horn thing because that's not overdone. But if you go to you can actually go to createrecordrelease.com to go there. But if you search out Create, Record, Release over here on your Facebook, then this is where you get to. Yep, there's what we're doing right now, the Songtember wrap up. And if we look at members, we are right on 500 members. So that is super cool. And 500 very active members. So everyone on the Create, Record, Release group is there for pretty much the same reason, which is to share your music, but also to share your knowledge and to share your feedback and advice for other people. So when questions are asked and when people share things, everyone jumps in and everyone is positive and does cool things. So thank you everyone for your support there. And again, if you're not already a member and you're a Facebook user, in fact, even if you're not, I've had some people that said, I don't use Facebook, Pete. And I'm like, just join Facebook to join the group. And they literally have. So there's some people that joined Facebook to join the Create, Record, Release group. And I don't care. Like, be like me. Don't get involved in all the other Facebook things. Don't put notifications on. I don't need to tell you what to do. But what I do in Facebook is I don't have notifications on. So it's not pinging me every 5 seconds to tell me that someone's tagged something in something. But I just go in there when I have time. I spend time researching, engaging with people, having a chat, talking music, and then I leave again. And then that's it. And I don't have my feed full up with anything else. It's basically my music place to chat. So thank you, Alex, for that and for the reminder that, we have a very cool Facebook group over there as well. Just scrolling down, Fallen, sorry I'm late, report to the principal's office immediately. Battalion, just bought it. Was that Jade's EP that you've just bought? You're welcome. It's very cool. And if you haven't been following Jade's series, she, similar to what I've done here with Songtember, in her How to App series, she's been following through her creation of this EP as well. So if you want to know from the very start with Jade walking around doing her do bass line into her phone, right up to the final mix and master in Auria Pro, jump over to Jade's channel. You won't be disappointed. 3K subs with videos challenge? Question mark. What's up, Pete? What's up with you? I hope your 3K challenge with videos is going well. I saw someone whose name the other day was like 1 million subs without any videos. I'm like, that's an interesting concept, but who is subscribing to a channel that doesn't have any videos and why? But then again, maybe it's something that the cool kids are doing that I don't know about. Jade Star says, I wish I could have learned not to bite off more than I can chew, but I didn't. Yes, absolutely. Tom Rochelle's grabbed the EP as well too. Look, I'm the same. I deliberately, I was going to do, I'll let you know a secret. I was going to do 2 songs in Songtember. I was going to make it really cool. I was going to do this song, and then I was going to do a cover song for my band Fear Cut, which is my fictional punk band. And originally that was because this one was going to be more of a softer song, and the Fear Cut song was going to be a heavy cover version of another song. I knew about 3 days in, I'm like, Pete, that's a really bad idea. You are going to stretch yourself too thin. You're going to stress out. You're going to burn out. It's not going to be cool. So I actually listened to myself this time, Jade. It's rare, but I actually did it. And I went, no, I've got some other things going on. I need to actually calm down and not do that. But that being said, guess what? I've still got that idea for that Fear Cut song. And it's, I'll mention it here now. Because I might do it in the next few days. I want to do a really rough and ready and dirty version of You've Lost That Loving Feeling by the Righteous Brothers. I've already done a bit of a demo of it, and it's sounding pretty cool, and I think it could be a cool thing. I really just want to grab like 4-piece punk band style, so just get one guitar, like electric guitar playing some power chords, bass, drums, probably just use drummer, and then just scream out some vocals and see if we can just do that really quickly. Might even use Cubasses, because I know some folks were keen for me to use Cubasses instead of GarageBand this month. So that may be something I'll do. Maybe we'll do some live Cubasys recording sessions here. Righty too. Let's see who else we got here and what else they have got. Yeah, so Jade's put a link to Create, Record, Release. Just go to createrecordrelease.com. Bubba says I might have to break down and join Faceplate just for the music community. Though I've done it, I don't want to get caught commenting under my sister's account. Yeah. Yeah, well, like I say, You can use. I was watching. The social. What is it called? There's that Netflix documentary called The Social Dilemma, which, by the way, not to get too deep into social commentary, but Netflix, who are the kings of using algorithms to get you to binge watch and to get you to be addicted to things, are doing a documentary about the evils of technology that gets you addicted to things by using algorithms to get you addicted to things. It was a real sort of weird moment as I'm watching this going, yeah, I get it, and I agree with it on many levels, but wow, Netflix telling me that Google and not Apple, but Google and Twitter and Facebook are all bad because they use algorithms and technology to track people's habits and then push content that is going to make people click and hit with dopamine. It was a weird one. Anyway, I say all that to say, yeah, it talked about the fact that it's not just a tool because it's a manipulative tool. And manipulative tool, that was my nickname in high school. But yeah, it's a manipulative tool. Except you have to choose to be manipulated. I know and what I was saying to my wife, because we're watching this, I was like, yeah, some people are more susceptible. So I think some people that are vulnerable and that are easily influenced and easily fooled by these sort of things do need to be super careful and probably need some, especially when they're younger, need some supervision around that. But you actually get to choose. This is the thing. You get to choose if you turn on notifications. You get to choose who you follow and who you actually get in your feed. You can curate it. You can use social media in whatever way you want to. You actually have control. I know some people think, oh no, they've got control of everything. They've got all my data. Yeah, they do. But most of them, if you spend half an hour in your privacy settings and half an hour working out what you want to see and what you don't, it's going to make your life a whole lot nicer. Trust me, I have heavily curated social. That's why people say, oh, I DM'd you on Instagram like 4 days ago and you didn't respond. I'm like, yep. I check my Instagram DMs once a week. I bulk respond to everyone who's messaged me in the last week, and then I check it again the next week. Because otherwise, you get into that thing where you're messaging, and then you got the dots, and then they're like coming back, and then I've got to re-message again. Nope, message me. I treat my email and Instagram like snail mail. It's like I go in there, I reply with as much information as I can, and then I close it. Otherwise, you get into some bad habits, in my opinion. These are all my opinions. Let's see. Fallen said, I learned from Songtember. Excellent. Glad to hear it. How are we on time? We've got 10 minutes left. SM Borthwick said, I was working on another song, which is about 95% done, but I released, if I pushed to get them both out, I ended up getting neither of them out. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes you just got to go. You got to pick the best one. Bubba says Netflix is a paradox of themselves often. Yeah, and that's why I not flicks. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah, and again, I can sit here. Here's the weird thing. I'm here on YouTube, on a monetized social platform that I know does a lot of these same things, saying these things. So yeah, I'm not immune to the fact that there are some double standards and there's some enigmas and some hypocrisies that go into all of this stuff. I 100% do know that, and hopefully, from what folks are saying here, you're aware that I try to utilize these tools and platforms for good and to help build people up and to help motivate and help people release music, and not for the evils, which are the, hey, come like, comment, subscribe, sub for sub, self-promotion kind of stuff. I mean, there's always going to be bits of that because, yeah, that's the reality of the technology, but it shouldn't be all about that. Fallen, a cover I did of a Pete Rock. Oh, that's right. You did a cover. Which was it, of No Apologies? I can't quite recall now. But yeah, if you have released it, send me a link because I have forgotten. I remember listening to it because I think you sent it to me a while ago, but I think I've forgotten. Righto, let's see where we are at. Did I cover everything that I wanted to? We welcomed you. We thanked you. We talked about the playlist, yeah. So all the Songtember videos are linked in the playlist below. Big apologies to those that I missed. We'll catch those up in the next episode of Your Music Live. So make sure you send me with subject YML if I did miss your Songtember song. And I've started buying tunes on iTunes. I'll continue doing that. Email me and I will buy it. So just say, buy my song. It can be very demanding. I'm giving you permission to be super demanding. So just go, Pete, buy my song in the subject, and then tell me your song and tell me that you want to buy it. Righty dokie. I think we are getting close to doing everything. Oh yeah, and of course, if you want to play around, see what you want to do with my song New Beginning, you can download it there. Should we just have a quick squiz? Let's just see if I can quickly show you. how to download this sucker on Dropbox, because it's super simple. But just in case you haven't used this sort of thing before, I'll give you a quick demo here. We'll jump over to Safari, if my keyboard will work at all. Come on, man. Yeah, cut to 1 hour's time. Pete's lining up at the Apple store, knocking on the door. I need a magic keyboard. I can't do it anymore. All right, we'll close out these windows. And we'll go, I know you can't see this yet, but I'm just going to go to that link I just showed you, studiolivetoday.com. Yeah, this is really awkward and uncomfortable, typing like this. New beginning, and hit enter. So I've just gone to Safari, and I've gone to studiolivetoday.com/new beginning. It's going to drop me into here, which is my Dropbox, and there it is. So all we need to do here is actually download it. Now, if I remember, we're going to do it on the fly here. Oh, you can't see it. You're still looking at Create, Record, Release. My mistake. There it is. So I've gone to studiolivetoday.com/new beginning. It's forwarded me to Dropbox. And what I'm now going to do is click on the 3 dots here and click on download. And it should just drop me straight in. Yep, it'll pop up this little thing now that Safari from iOS 13 onwards has the download manager. It says, do you want to download this zip file? It's super awesome. I go, yep, download it. And then up here in the top right, it's going to start downloading. And you can do this right in Safari. It's the easiest way to do it, because then it pops it straight in your downloads folder, which you can access directly from GarageBand. So we'll wait the couple of minutes for this to download. Should be with us in about another 10 or 20 seconds. And then all we need to do is jump over to GarageBand, navigate, actually go to Files, the Files app, navigate to this folder, uncompress it, and then you've got the project. So just bear with me one moment while we come on over here. That's nearly done. Done. So then we'll pop on over here. We'll jump into here. And if you go to Downloads under your favorites here in the Browse section of Files, go to Downloads. We should have that one there. There it is, New Beginning Project.zip. All you need to do is tap it. It's going to extract your .bam project. There it is, Songtember 2020, number 17. Yes, there were 16 other versions. We tap on that one, and boom, it closes my other one, and it opens this one, which is exactly the same project. And there you go. You've got all of the different tracks in there from the start. We've got my guide track with my original guitars in there. We've then got all 4 of my vocal takes and my comped vocal. We've got my vocal backing, our doubling of vocal, the FX vocal there. We've got my 2 guitars for the slow part, 2 guitars for the fast part. We've got my final guitar chord bit there. We've got my lead guitar. We've got, I can't remember what these are. What are these? Guitar, oh, the ending fast guitars and the drums. So the ending drums, and then we've got Jade Starr's epic drumming in there, and all of Gary Hubbs's excellent drum FX and EQ tips that we showed in a previous video. They're all on there, so you can play around with those as well. And then down the bottom here, we've got the bass and all of our virtual instruments. So 32 tracks of goodness for you to play around with and do what you want. So if you ever wanted to see how does Pete actually do it in detail, then it might be fun to go and poke around and see what I do there. So once again, there's the link, studiolivetoday.com/new beginning. That'll take you there and you'll be good to go. How are we going? We've got 5 minutes left on time. Let's see if we've got a final check of anything. So Tom says that now that my album's done, should be able to do a repeat mix. There you go. I see what you did there. Really cool. So Bubba says, please, I dropped you an email earlier. Please check at your leisure. I sure will. Yeah, now that I've said, I only check things like once a week, it's usually a bit more than that. That was a more extreme example. It's just, yeah, it's a minimum of once a week. Sometimes it's several times a week. But yeah, that's what I do. And Jason has got to go. Just got my first pocket operator. Man, those things look super cool. I would love to get me one of those, but there's only so much time and money in the day to do things. Righty dokie, we are going to finish up there. Once again, big thank you to everyone for all of your support and everything that you do for me here on this channel. It does mean a lot to me. I have alluded to some news over the weekend, which I will drop here just subtly, and that is that, as many of you may know, I have been working a day job for many years, for like 25 of them. That has come to an end, so I will be taking some time for the rest of the year to just play some music. continue doing what I'm doing here, and then yeah, review where things go from here. But that's just a little bit of news there. If you thought I was putting out a lot of content before, yeah, now I'm going to have a little bit more time, and that's will hopefully help me with time and energy, and help more people create more music here on the channel. So that's a wee bit exciting. And yes, I know, weird time. You're like, Pete, you do realize what's happening in the world right now, and you're going to not work your day job. Yeah, I know. But you know what? Age 41. If I'm not doing it now, when am I going to do it? When am I going to have a crack? So, yeah, so taking what I say, not retiring, but taking a hiatus from, I'm on hiatus. I'm like a Netflix show, or I like a TV show, going on hiatus from the corporate world for a wee bit. And then, yeah, so it just means that I'm freed up to do a little bit more of this stuff. So, we will continue doing these. So yes, if you have any further questions or further comments that you want to add, you can drop them in the comments below. If you're watching on the replay, I hope you got some value out of this one. We had a bit of fun, a bit more of a casual kind of show this time around, I realized. But yeah, I just wanted to, again, celebrate all the hard work that everyone has put in here in the month of Songtember, which we have renamed. And then, yeah, and apologize to those that we didn't catch. But we will have one final mop-up in Your Music Live this week, which will be a lot of fun. And then we are done for it. There you go, a sabbatical. I like it. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for, is sabbatical, which is what it is. So I've got a few projects, a few things. There's some home improvement stuff. There was some things that I want to do, some family time, and of course the guitars will get a real workout. I was restringing my guitar on the weekend, and I'm like, man, I really dislike restringing my guitar, and now that I'm going to have more time in my day, I'll be playing for several hours a day. I'm going to be restringing it like every week, and I'm not looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to being able to play more music, to spend more time doing the things that I'm passionate about. And yeah, and again, big thanks to you folks in the community, to my family, for being supportive and allowing me to do this at least for a period of time. So we will continue on with that. So Jade, yes, please jump on over to Jade's channel in a few minutes' time, because she is continuing her How to App series, and I buried the lead, but she'll tell you about this anyway. But there is, if you go to the App Store right now and search Yonac, YONAC, they have a bunch of apps that are at 99 cents or 99p or $1.49 here in Australia. All of their very cool synth apps, their Rosen guitar synthesizer that Jade has shown before, and as well as Tone Stack amp simulator, and they're usually like $10, $20, $30 apps, so it's actually quite ridiculous, and it's only for a day. So at the risk of sounding like a person on a TV infomercial, one day only in America. No, that's Don King. Anyway, that is going to do it for today, and yes, Jade will be covering those apps, so jump on over to Jade's channel, check that out. I'll be back through the week with some of the pre-recorded tutorials and other videos here on the channel, and then of course back next weekend for more live shows. Make sure that you've joined the mailing list over at studiolivetoday.com/email. That's the best way to keep up to date with when I'm live and what's going on. Thank you, everybody. I will see you real soon. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself.